video is for lesson 4.8 homework. So we're doing domain and range in all the different forms today. So it's exactly like what you did yesterday. We're just writing it in each of the forms that we can use. So number one, what is the name of a second degree polynomial function that can be described in standard form by 0 equals ax squared plus bx plus c, where a cannot equal 0? Quadratic. This whole unit is quadratic functions. Number two, what is the name of a curve where any point is at an equal distance from a fixed point in a fixed straight line? That's a parabola. And that's the shape that a quadratic function makes when graphed, is a parabola. All right, verbal descriptions I'm not as concerned with. If you can verbally tell me what you're doing. I don't, or you can pick it out from a list. I don't think on the test there's any that make you write out. So we're not really going to worry with the verbal description. In this case, though, the verbal description just kind of gives you a starting place, okay? So this graph has 2 arrows on the end. So what is the domain? All real numbers. So all real numbers. Range. Greater than 2. Find the max or the min. Here it's a minimum. Everything is greater than 2. Is it greater than or equal to? So greater or equal to 2. Algebra kids really mess up on that one, especially when it's the points, because they want to go, oh, -2 and -7, and they completely forget about looking and checking the vertex. Always check the vertex, and that's usually your starting or end point. All right, so interval notation. We would do -infinity to positive infinity. For greater or equal to 2, so we're going from 2 to infinity. Does the 2 get a bracket or a parenthesis? Bracket. So solid dots get a bracket. Open dots or infinity signs get a parenthesis. As an inequality, if it's all real numbers, we just write x is a member of the set of all real numbers. But if it's an actual inequality, if it's just one number, so y greater than or equal to 2. Remember if it's 2 numbers. So say it went from there to there. Say the range from there to there, right? Would be 2 is less than or equal to y is less than or equal to 6. When you have 2 numbers, the inequality signs always face, they always open up to the right. They'll never go the other direction if you've got 2 numbers, x or y. Okay? And then set builder notation is just kind of a combination. So for this one, it's just x is a member of the set of real numbers. And then for this one, y is a member of the set of real numbers. But if we've actually got an inequality, we tack that on to the end. That's a 2. So what I make the algebra kids do, they do an entire unit that's just domain and range. We cover every single type of function. You guys are getting kind of the piece by piece, practicing it over and over again, which is a good thing. Here's what I make them do. For the domain, remember domain are x's, range are y's. I make them find the dots and they follow it to the x and the y axis, and I make them like actually circle the numbers. Again, y'all may not need to do that. And then to help them on these quadratics, you can take a ruler and go vertically. And as soon as you see the first space, then you know, okay, that's my highest number. And then you keep going until the graph ends. And then that's my lowest number. That kind of helps avoid the picking, just doing the two dots that are given, actually picking the highest and the lowest. Okay? So this is the y-axis. If it's on this, it's a range. So if the number is on this axis, it's a range. This is your x. If it's a number on this, it has to do with your domain. Okay?